My name is Jeff Bertrand, and I'm a teacher at Muskego High School. And it's ironic sometimes when I think that I'm a teacher because I wasn't always a very good student. But reading is one of the things that's helped me to change and improve myself over the course of my life. And I wanted to talk today about why reading is so important and why I like to read. I wasn't always a good student growing up, and as I progressed through my life, I realized that I wanted to be independent. I didn't want to have to rely on other people for help and to ask questions and to always seem like I didn't know what was going on. So I found that by reading, one of the things that I could do is I could find out a lot of information on my own without having to go to others and rely and depend on other people. And the more I read, the more I enjoyed things and the more I learned about life and the world and things that were happening around me, and was able to relate to the people that were in my life and the things that they were going through. And I started to really love and enjoy reading because reading helped me to see things from a different perspective that I had never considered before. And it helped me build my confidence. It helped me to realize that there were a lot of things out there that weren't as complicated or as difficult as I thought that they were. And just by taking the time and reading about those things and seeing how things worked allowed me to understand the world much better. I really like to read as well because reading is an escape. It allows you to see and do things that you may never be able to see and do in your lifetime. Go places you've never been, meet people that you've never seen or will ever meet in your life. Reading biographies of people, looking at different parts of the world, looking at other cultures, finding out how things work. I love reading about history, military history particularly. I was in the Army, and I have a legacy in my family of people who served in the military, and military history is always something that appealed to me. But I've also had an interest in business my entire life, and I've learned a lot about business and how to do business and how to deal with people and the art of the deal, if you will, through reading. And it's the trial and error that other people have gone through and have been willing to share that have allowed me to be more successful in things that I've tried to do. Reading is one of those things that you can't replace. When we talk about knowledge being power, when we talk about having as much information as possible to make the best decisions possible, by reading you can get all of that, and you can make good decisions, and you can put yourself in a better place, and you can set yourself up for success because of your willingness, your ability to read. And reading is a skill. It's a lifelong skill. It's something that you're going to need for whatever you do. And it doesn't matter what job that you work in. Reading is going to be essential to that. You know, just getting through your daily life, but also working and improving yourself and helping others around you. Reading is really, really important. I don't know, when I read a good book, there's nothing like a good book. The character development, story and plot twists, the depth that you get, you know, just the description sometimes of what is happening in a scene or where something is. I feel like I can paint such a picture in my mind of what's happening in the story that it's better than anything that I could watch on TV or something like that. It forces you to be creative. It allows you to learn so many other things and think about so many other things. And reading can really be one of those things that that relaxes you, that allows you to go to another place and forget about what's happening in your life just for a little while. And sometimes that's all that people need. But one of the things that I see often with my students is that they don't like to read, or they don't want to read, or they don't want to take the time to read. And to that, I always worry that, you know, reading is going to become a lost art. It's such an important skill to have, and I think that if you don't take the time to read, that you really miss out on a lot of things. And in order to continue to grow and better yourself as an individual, you need to be willing to learn, and you need to be able to read. That's why reading is important.